All right, guys, I was sitting in the truck and I cut the AC on and it blew cold for a minute. And then all of a sudden the AC just stopped blowing. And I didn't hear anything that sounded like a mechanical failure or a belt break. So what we're doing is we're diagnosing why the AC stopped working right now. All right, so the first thing that we wanted to do was find out if the air conditioning compressor was getting power. And this is the air conditioning compressor right here. And you can see these wires coming off of it. And this wire right here comes around and comes into this little plug, which we pulled apart. Now this wire goes back into this conduit and goes into the cab, and then that's what operates the switch that turns it on and off. All right, so what we did was we pulled this apart, this wire, to see if it was getting power, and it's not getting power. And the first thing we wanted to do is see, like, well, is it a blown compressor? So we using a wire and carefully we took this and hooked it up to the positive terminal and then tapped it into this wire, and you could hear the compressor cut on. So we knew the compressor could cut on, it's just not getting power. So then the next thing we had to do was figure out if there's a blown fuse. All right, now onto the fuse box, guys. The fuse for the air conditioner won't light up with the continuity tester unless the accessory power is on the vehicle, or unless you cut the vehicle on, but I'm not because the exhaust is so loud. So this is a continuity tester, and I got it grounded on that right there. And this fuse right here is the one for the heater AC. And if we get up under here, you'll be able to see that this, let me back up a little bit. This lights up. You see how that lights up on this side? But then if we come over here, there's no light. There's no light, and that makes me think that this fuse right here is blown. That fuse right there is blown because we got light on one side and no light on the other. And if you look at some of these other fuses, you're getting light on both sides. You see how that works? So I believe we got to replace a 15 amp fuse for the heater AC. All right, so we need a 15 amp fuse, and luckily I had a few spare fuses on hand. This one right here is a 15 amp fuse, as you can see on there. And we're gonna put that in. We also got some dielectric grease, try and lube it up. And this is a little tool that will remove fuses without you having to pry up in here with a screwdriver or something and break some glass. So let's see if I can do this on camera. All right, we got that on there. You see how that works? And this should just come on out. There's the old fuse. Let's get a look at it real quick. All right, you can see where this fuse got hot and it looks like it blew basically. That's what we're looking at here. So this is the old fuse, this has got to go. We're gonna go ahead and put some dielectric grease on this new fuse. Well, I didn't get the best job of getting that on camera, but it's in there. All right, now the blower should be getting power. So if I cut this onto accessory and then we come over here, we got cold air blowing. So the blower's blowing. But the thing is, the AC is not on, and the AC really won't cut on unless it's at over 1,000 RPMs, because that's when the clutch engages in the AC compressor. So really you get air blowing, but it's just ambient air. It's not air conditioning air. Also have to move that over to AC. But yeah, listen. So it was a blown fuse and now it's fixed. So I got the truck turned on and I'm revving it above 1,000 RPMs, and we got the AC on, fan on. It's blowing cold air right now. Now again, this truck's from 1980, so it's not the same as climate control where it's gonna blow ice cold air like a 2021, 2022 car. But this is cold, air conditioned air that's being blown out right now. And one of the ways I can tell is if I come around here and put my hand right here where it's coming out of the compressor. This is feeling cold. Now it's not ice cold yet because I really just started it up, but I can feel it starting to get cold, and so it is working.